Wayne, Mark, congratulations. You fellas have made it into the final round of this competition. Now we're sending you back to your home forges to recreate an iconic weapon from history. And that weapon is...
Show me a falchion.
a falchion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good luck. We'll see you in 4 days.
We made it back. Welcome to Pirate Forge. You know, I've done my research, and back in the day, the armor was getting tougher, you know, thicker leather, introduction of chainmail and whatnot. So they needed something that was going to cut and chop with the strength of an axe, but still be wielded like a sword. And that's when the falchion was born. My plan for the design on this, I'm going to go with the Damascus pattern. What I'm wanting to do is make 2 solid billets that we draw out, cut and restack to make the 1 billet for the falchion. This is really taking a lot of time, and this is a lot more work than I thought it was going to be. Hammering out and setting forge welds on such monster billets, I've definitely forgot, you know, how difficult that was. I mean, if I would have used a mono steel billet, I could have already had this falchion forged.
We're here back in my home forge in South Burlington, Vermont. Boom. I think that 4 days is tight.
Man, 3/8 inch is no joke.
The falchion has this swell that really gives a lot of forward weight and makes it great for chopping. So I have to figure out where I want to put in this swell and how to hammer it out. So thin. I finally get this swell drawn out, and it is just way too thin. And I'm not even close to 3 inches. So I'm pretty nervous about the structural stability of what I'm making.
Ugh.
So I am just going to start on a second swell.
I'm giving up on this flare because it's just too thin, and I still have enough metal back here to make it work.
What I realized is that the first time I wanted to move the metal completely horizontally from spine to edge, and the way that I was doing it was moving some of the metal lengthwise and enough of the metal lengthwise that it just got too thin. I put into practice what I learned making the first swell. It's already going a lot better, a lot faster, and getting a lot wider without getting as thin as it did the first time.
Except for day 1.
It's day 2. Best case scenario, we get the sucker drawn out, we get it quenched, it comes out looking great. Never quenched a blade this big. I don't know what's gonna happen. We're about to make this thing change into a real sword. This is a special, momentous occasion. I was so inspired by this blade. I was like, there should be a falchion song. It was born of blood and war, half axe and half sword. You will surely lop off your head. I just made me a falchion. Yes, a blade has been born. That blade came out super straight as an arrow. Fantastic. Looks like those candles and all the stuff we did sure enough worked.
The morning of day 2, and I'm gonna start on my crossguard. I only have 1 piece of brass that I can try this with, so I'm hoping to get it right on the first try. The fittings are a huge part of this, and getting all of that to just really fit tightly, snugly, be comfortable in the hand is gonna be hopefully where I'm able to win this competition. Should be good enough.
Let's do this! I'm feeling good about the blade going to the last day. My only concern is just getting the weight where it needs to be. It's a little bit heavy. I went ahead and decided we're going for fullers. I don't have a whole lot of time left. I'm gonna have to be very strategic in everything I do today. I feel so accomplished. You know, for 4 days, pulling off a blade this big, with the Damascus pattern, with the fit and finish that I got on it, I couldn't be any happier.
It's the dawn of the final day. I was able to get the blade quenched and tempered. Perfect. Now it's time to grind, shape, and glue. This has been a bunch of firsts for me. First on length, first on a guard, first on a pommel. It's just nonstop firsts. I know that there are some steps that I rushed, but for a 4-day build, pretty happy with this.
All right, bladesmiths, this is the kill test. To find out what kind of lethal damage your weapon will do according to its historic design, I will try to cut this big carcass in half. Wayne, you're up first. You ready for this?
Absolutely.
Oh, man.
One and done.
Well done.
All right, Wayne, your Falchion is beautiful. It is sharp. It cut through the spine and all the way through the pig. It's a little bit heavier for a one-handed weapon, but it is well balanced. Overall, sir, it will kill.
Awesome.
All right, Mark, your turn, sir. Are you ready?
Let's give it a shot.
All right, Mark, let's talk about your Falchion here. It's a nice, lighter blade. Your edges are sharp enough to cut through spine, but the problem I have here is your guard. Your edges here are not rounded. They dig in right here where the thumb is. But your blade, sir, it will kill.
Thank you.
All right, gentlemen, to test the strength and overall construction of your blades, I'll be attacking our armored dummy here. This test is not about what your swords do to that armor. It's about what that armor does to your swords. Wayne, you're up. You ready?
Let's do it.
First off, Wayne, your edge has taken some small chips, some small rolls, but it's very, very minor damage. There's still a sharp edge here. All in all, it held up beautifully.
All right, thank you.
So, Mark, I gotta ask, what's with the shirt?
I got married in this shirt, actually. It's, it's my formal wear.
All right. Well, you ready for the test?
I am.
Okay.
Not bad.
All right, so first off, the blade is still solid. You did get some minor rolling, but the blade still has an edge. Down here's the problem. Your guard, these edges are not just square, they're sharp. But the blade held up. Good job.
Thank you.
All right, bladesmiths, now it's time to find out if there's any sharpness left to your weapons. To test the edge of your weapon, I'm gonna cut through this gauntlet of sandbags. Wayne, you're up first. You ready for this?
Oh, yeah.
All right, Wayne, your weapon is sharp. On every swing, it cuts and slashes nicely. And most importantly, aside from being smurfed, it will cut.
Awesome.
All right, Mark, it's your turn. You ready?
I am.
Let's have fun. All right, Mark, and you can see on both of these bags, it cut deeply. On the second bag, on the swing back over there, it must have hit a dull spot. It did rip parts of the bag, but it didn't cut all the way in. But overall, it is sharp, and it will cut.
Thank you.
Wayne, Mark, it was a tight decision. Wayne, congratulations. You're the Forged in Fire champion. Mark, unfortunately, your blade didn't make the cut.
And Mark, you made a good blade, there's no doubt about that. But the big problem is mainly your guard. Not rounding off those sections, those sharp corners will bite into the user's hand. And if a weapon's gonna hurt a user, they're not gonna use it.
Please surrender your weapon and leave the forge.
From start to finish, this whole thing was a learning process for me, and I honestly think I have gotten years worth of experience and feedback in just a short time. Great job, man.
Oh, yeah, man. You too.
This experience was life-changing.
Wayne, Congratulations, you are one badass, everlasting bladesmith and our new Forged in Fire champion. Good job, brother.
Yeah! Yes! Yeah!
Please, at this time, present your blade to our judges.
So I did it! Man, I wanted it! Next for me, I'm gonna get back on the same thing that's led me to this point, which is just non-stop, going full throttle. I'm just gonna keep pushing. I'm gonna keep getting better and better.